Welcome everyone to this exciting interview segment. Today we had the pleasure of sitting down with Cody Ray Thompson, star of the movie Holiday in Happy Hollow. Join us as we delve into his character and the challenges of filming this movie. Thank you for being here with us, Cody.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. So, can you tell us a little bit about your character in Holiday in Happy Hollow?
Yeah, so I play Jack Harrington. He is the town historian. Tamara Almeida plays Gracie, who has come in as a developer, and she is in a bit of a predicament because there's these small plots on a former Christmas tree farm that she needs to get for her hotel, and she has no idea who the owners are. So she has to go to my character to help her sort of hunt down these individual little 1 foot by 1 foot plots. And so it becomes like a little bit of a kind of a scavenger hunt. And Jack is the person who can help her find all these people.
Great.
Mhm.
And what initially attracted you to your role in this movie?
What did I like about this? I find this character in this kind of movie, you don't get the chance to play a character who's potentially slightly nerdy. So he's a little bit of a dork, which I like. I liked that he's not sort of a quintessential like hunk, but I mean, there's obviously still the charm there as well. Um, and yeah, I found that there was a lot of little moments of kind of underhanded humor with this role, which I really enjoyed as well. And then for me too, it's like it was a great chance to get to work with Tamara, who's the lead as well. Graham was a wonderful director too. It was the whole group of people that I really enjoyed working with as well. Yeah.
Great.
hmm
And what do you think makes this movie so special and romantic?
Yeah, it's funny because I didn't really see myself doing movies like these, but now as I've done a few more of them, I find that I like how contained the world is of these movies. I think that life has become very complicated and we're sort of bombarded with a lot of difficult things in life. And I know that some people can sort of look down on these movies, but the simple world and the simple small world that it creates where people kind of can escape to, I think that's a really good thing. That is ac and I really mean that. These small little contained worlds and just the simple action of falling in love again and again and letting people sort of live through that. Like it's a really positive thing. And I've really kind of come to embrace that. It's I don't know. I think it's good for us to kind of want to be continually falling in love. It's a good lesson for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. And what do you hope audiences will take away from watching this movie?
What do I hope they'll take away? I don't know. Another chance to fall in love, I think. I think that this film is, yeah, just the hope and keeping the hope alive of falling in love. And I think just having fun, staying with the characters of where they go through Happy Hollow in the town. It's a little bit of an adventure. And so just being along for the ride, I would say, is what I hope for.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And what was it like working with the rest of the cast and crew on set?
Very good. Yeah, Tamara, we hit it off very immediately. She's very much an old soul, and as we worked on the film, her and I would spend obviously a lot of time together, and there's just a lot of shared history I find with her. So I I as an actor, like I really love when I have a kind of affinity to that other person, it really makes the working easier. And I just found that relationship really deepened over the course of filming to now, like we're really good friends. Um, Graham Campbell, the director, was very good. I like a director who he kind of understands the formula, but then he gives you the freedom to play and try things out. And I find that I work really well that way, and there was just a real camaraderie. And Graham too was another person that I found that after a day of shooting, he'd be like, "Okay, so where are we going for dinner?" kind of deal. So there was a real sense of, like I say, camaraderie. And yeah, it's all the way down through the cast. The other night we for the premiere because the film premiered in the U.S. here on Sunday, and I had basically most of the cast and the director over at my house, and we all watched it, and it was obviously great to share in with everyone, but it was also cool to see how we kind of picked up where we left off with the whole cast. So yeah, it was a really, really great experience with the whole group for sure.
That's amazing.
Hmm.
So, what can you tease about your character journey?
Ooh, well, I don't want to spoil anything big. But I will tease that Jack is maybe a little traditional in some ways in terms of how he sees the town. I think being the town historian, he's very nostalgic and he's very sort of cares about keeping things intact. Obviously, being the historian, he wants to preserve the history of Happy Hollow. So there might be a little resistance to a new hotel and maybe not necessarily resistance to the new hotel, but he wants to sort of keep the sort of historical traditions of the town. So I'll just tease that.
Great. So, the last question about this movie. What was your favorite scene or moment while filming Holiday in Happy Hollow?
Hmm. Um, well, there is a spice fight that was very fun to film, and I think it looks visually really cool. Um, so in terms of a scene to film, in terms of just it being quite chaotic and fun, that would be one. I remember there was a lot of joking during there is a radish scene, which I won't sort of spoil too much as well. That was quite fun. Um, yeah, I would say those are the two ones. The one of the finale scene, there's a lot of sort of decorations that make it feel quite festive, and it was fairly big in terms of having a lot of the cast. So it was cool having that scene, it being so big and like I say, you'll see sort of at the end of the film that it really feels very Christmassy. So that was a nice festive scene as well, I would say, for sure.
So, the last question.
Mhm.
Can you tease something about your next projects?
Honestly, it's only that My Sister's Deadly Secrets is the or My Sister's Deadly Secret, sorry, is the only thing that's coming right now. I like I said, Holiday and Happily Hollow just premiered. I recently did an episode of a show here in Canada called Murdoch Mysteries had just played. Um, but other than that, we're waiting to see what else comes down the pipe, basically. So it's just My Sister's Deadly Secret coming up.
Good luck.
Well, thank you so much too. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're
And
very welcome.
so this is it. Make sure all of you to coach Holiday and Happy Hollow on Lifetime platform. And thank you, Cody, to join us today.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. And thank you all for watching. Bye.
Bye.